Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to my F1 24 Equal Car Championship. This is now round 9 of 18, the halfway point of the season, and we're in Abu Dhabi. This marks the end of the first half of the championship, and what a championship it's been. But first, can I just draw attention to the weather? Rain in Abu Dhabi? Are you serious? We had a complete dry weekend in Silverstone, but no, it's gonna rain in Abu Dhabi. Like, just perspective. So I'm just gonna have a quick look at the settings and just show you the simulation settings I am running, or the race settings even. So, yeah. Safety car and that all on increased, yet we haven't appeared to have had many of them so far. But with the rain forecast for the sprint race, that should change here. We've also got a lot to talk about in the actual F1 car launch as well, and discussing some thoughts there. But before we do that, let's get this started. We've got a sprint and a feature race to go. Let's get started.
Well, the weather is not looking good today. We're expecting the downpours to continue into today's sprint. This will make for some very tricky conditions for all the teams. It's an unusual race day today at the Yas Marina circuit, where wet conditions like this are fairly uncommon. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Perez, Sainz, Stroll, Russell, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso, Hulkenberg, Joe, the owner driver, Sargent, Magnussen, Bottas, Gasly, Albon, Kobayashi, and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside...
Right,
okay,
difficult.
So we didn't have the performance in qualifying this weekend, but considering last race, we might still be able to get a points finish.
Difficult conditions going into the sprint then. It is raining, but we are on intermediates now. Yeah, that's looking set to remain for the sprint. But if we get a red flag, it could change, because obviously there's the period of time that passes. Right. This is going to be a difficult sprint race, especially given the conditions. But let's give it a go. An unusual Abu Dhabi sprint race then, with wet conditions. What will unfold? We are underway here at Yas Marina. And we're not really underway very well. There's a hell of a lot of wheel spin there as we head into the first corner. And I'm just trying not to hit anyone. I'm dropped to 17th. I've lost the place to Sargent and Magnussen. Oh my god, this is so slippery. Heading to the hairpin for the first time. Sorry, I've got to pause. My eye is giving me irritation. Right, that's better. I had to wipe my eye down. It was getting irritated. I'm not quite sure why. I do apologise, but we're back running here at Yas Marina. It's been an okay start so far. You can see where it is quite damp, quite wet. Whoa! Okay. Was not expecting to be backed up that much. Is that going to damage me in the grand scheme of things?
Okay, be careful with the
I'm not sure.
Minor damage.
In fact, I might. I don't normally do this, but I'm getting some really bad eye irritation at the moment. I might restart. see how we... Yeah, I'm gonna... I don't normally do this, but from the start, I had some really bad eye irritation.
Just give it your best shot.
So we're gonna restart in light of that. It is easing up now, but that was very strange. Right, anyway, getting underway for a second time. Take 2 in Abu Dhabi. And it's, again, not that much of a better start, but I'm just, once again, trying to avoid everyone. I'm off the circuit here, look. Looking for a way to rejoin. I'm going to have Sargent on my left. Oh my god, this is so slippery. We're back underway here in Abu Dhabi, and I'm once again having a look down the inside of the corner, seeing if there's any positions we can make. And we've tagged Fernando Alonso down in 13th. That's not a great start for us. Going down the straight for the first time, Zhou's having a look. Alonso's covering somebody. And I've got to brake quite hard and try not to hit anyone here as we head round the chicane for the first time. Ricciardo getting backed up a bit there. I can't move to the left because Fernando Alonso is still there. And these conditions proving quite tricky for everybody at the moment, as Ricciardo now tries to cover from Fernando Alonso. And I'm just staying back. I'm letting everybody just do their thing. At the moment, I just want to find what the limits are. I don't want to be pushing it too hard. So last time out at Silverstone, it wasn't the strongest of race weekends. In fact, we really struggled there. But we grabbed some good points in the feature race. P6, consistency is key. And I would like to show you my livery for the next few races. I have been changing them every so often. And I think, let's have a little look then. Let's just take a moment to show you what I'm running with. So we've got the yellow at the front. And then we've mixed it with some black and red. And that is what we are running here after the livery we had beforehand. So we've got a new livery here, and that will take us for another few races before I change it again. I am just going to keep changing it every now and then, just to keep it exciting, you know. So the next 4 races, let's say 4 races, this is what I'll run. And then from 12 to 15, we'll run, sorry, 13 to 15, we'll run another alternative livery. And then 16 to 18 again, so we'll have 2 more livery changes. Although Kobayashi will hold on to the same livery.
Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Zhou's got a problem on lap 2. How has he managed that? Right. Having a look at Alonso, everyone's backing up, but that's allowing me to get close. And have a look around the outside of the chicane, but yeah, that was never going to work in a month for Sundays, especially with the grip that I just don't have.
They've got some kind of mechanical problem.
Oh, Alonso's got a mechanical problem as well. What's going on here? Is everyone's cars just decided that they're made out of, I don't know, give me a glass? Is everyone's cars just made out of glass? As soon as we go too fast, the parts just shatter. I don't know, but we're coming up to complete lap 2. And this sprint is going to take quite a while to complete, I'd imagine. What with the conditions being what they are. But we're 2 laps in, and I'm going to pause momentarily because my headset is beeping at me to tell me that I am low on battery, so yeah. Right, check 1, check 2. Can you hear me? Right, okay, we're good to go. So let's carry on here in Abu Dhabi. Lap 3 out of 19. And we've got a 58 lap feature race ahead of us. But I imagine with it being in dry conditions, the lap times will be a lot faster. Now, it is scheduled to be raining like this up until the end. And we've got Norris and Verstappen out front who are just running away with this.
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain.
Checking the tyres to make sure they'll go to the end. I think we'll be okay. They might slide a bit near the end, but I think we'll be okay. As we close in on Daniel Ricciardo. So again, we have had a equal car championship race here before last season. And last season we had a big fight towards the end, but it was Lando Norris who won it. So, and also I believe we were on the podium last time we went to Silverstone. So not doing quite as well there as we did last season. But points wise, we're still doing better than what we had 8 races in beforehand. The consistency in this season, I think, has definitely been better. And we've only had 1 DNF. So, only once, I think, we've been outside the points in a feature race. And if we can make that our only time, that really will work wonders for us. Right, we're applying the pressure now to Daniel Ricciardo in 12th. I'm not sure where to make the overtake, to be honest, because I don't want to just lunge in with a half-hearted move that doesn't work and wipes out my car. Abu Dhabi, traditionally not an easy circuit for overtaking. I think we're going to go down the inside here. And that has worked out quite nicely. We've gone down the inside of Ricciardo and moving up another place there. That'll do us quite nicely. Right, up into P12. Still relatively early days in this sprint as Ricciardo's coming back at me. Was not expecting that. Just going to have to brake later and just try and carry better speed around the outside, which we have done. I'm just trying not to slide as much because that is going to be the one thing that will eat these tyres alive. And as I look at the rears, yes, 7%. That's not too bad, actually. So I have been a bit more careful in the last couple of laps to try and avoid as much sliding as what we do. But I want to get on with it. You know, I want to push, but at the same time, I don't want to wipe out the grip of the tyres early on. I think we might have a good chance on Hulkenberg here. If I could just pick them off one by one each lap, I think that would be going quite well. I think we do have a chance on Nico here, although he's going to offer up resistance, I'm sure. Oh, actually, no, we managed to pull that off quite nicely. That was quite a nice little overtake, that. All right, up another place, up into P11. Next up is Lewis Hamilton. And I think we're moving forward at quite a decent rate here. We're not scything through the field rapidly, but we're not... You know, it's not like we're being held in position for too long. We're just slowly picking them off, taking it easy, not overexerting ourselves. Norris sets the fastest lap at 1:37.3. That is really strong pace for Lando Norris here. He did win this race in the previous season's Equal Car Championship, so Lando, I feel, has a good chance here. Though Verstappen in this season's championship has just been absolutely ridiculously fast. There's been very little to stop Verstappen so far. And he has completely outscored what he had in last season's. There was a bit more of a fight as well, because other drivers were really getting involved. Whereas this time, Verstappen's kind of I wouldn't say dominated, but he's had a lot more consistency like I have, so even though my consistency's improved, so has his. I can't wait to do this in the 25 game. And if I do an F1 25 Equal Car Championship, there will be a race. It will start as it did this time in the off-season for actual F1. With obviously a 3-week break at Christmas. If people want it as much as they wanted this one, if people want it, I might even do a full 24 race championship with sprint and race. That'll be interesting. See if everybody wants that. Let me know, guys, let me know. I can make it happen. Right, we're all over the back of Lewis Hamilton now. And I am just starting to push that bit harder, as you can see there. But I'm also trying not to ruin the tyres and trying not to hit anybody. They're a bit more lined up here, so I've got to be careful, as we are going to have a look at Lewis Hamilton at the end of the straight. Oh, Hamilton actually covers. That's going to give me a chance to brake later and not hit George Russell. But actually, we've done all right there. We got past Hamilton and we move ourselves into the top 10. Not quite the points yet, as we are in a sprint race, but into the top 10. That'll nicely do. Hamilton trying to get the momentum for a run. Not going to happen. I'm going to brake super late, and boom, up another place we go. I would like to have a little bit of clear air though, just so I can see what the pace is that we've got and what we're working with. But at the moment, it looks quite good for us, doesn't it? It does look like we are going to be running with a very decent pace. As Verstappen now, he's laying the marker down, and we're going to have a lunge on George Russell just to catch him off guard, and we catch George Russell napping there. Apologies for the pause, but we catch George Russell napping, and we move up into P9. One more place and we're into the point scoring places for sprint races, but the rear is starting to protest with me that bit more, and I wonder, is the track getting that bit wetter? Because I was doing green sectors every lap, now they're all yellow, so is the track getting that bit wetter, I wonder? And if so, will we need to consider a move to full wets? No way of getting past Lance Stroll here, so we've just got to patiently wait this one out. I would love to have a go at him at the end of this straight though, but we just don't have the overtake at the moment. This is a positive sprint for us, and this is what I said at Silverstone. We have got to improve where we're finishing in these sprints if we're going to have a chance. Crack a chance at this championship. We lost quite a few points in Silverstone, so we've got to really crack down on some of the poorer performances in sprint races if we're going to have a go. Norris sets the fastest lap, just to remind Max to forget about it, and we are going to send it on Lance Stroll here, and that's another one caught napping there as we move up into 8th place. Our personal best is a 37.6. That was a 37.7, so I don't think we are losing much time because the track getting wetter. Maybe it just is predominantly tyre dead, but look at this, we're catching Tsunoda quite rapidly here. He's the one that's backing this little lot, backing them up, and I reckon we should be able to have a go into the hairpin. That was a good line we took. Alright, let's use the overtake then. I think this should be P7. Tsunoda, he will cover. He's got onto the wetter part of circuit. and it's going to be harder to cover from there, but we're going to go around the outside, and actually I think we have got him covered, which we do. Up into P7. Tsunoda might have a run back at me here. He is trying, but I don't think he's going to make it through. In fact, he's not really close enough to try and pull that one off. Although we've gone a bit deep into the corner, and he had a cheeky little look, sticking his front wing there, but not quite. Okay, Perez and Sainz are next, but we've got a second and a half or so of clear track. So let's just see where we're running pace-wise. I know that we're faster. That's the thing. I know we are faster. And in fact, we've just caught up by 0.3 of a second in that one corner. So this is a great chance to find out where our pace is. We just had a fastest lap of the race, so that just shows what we've got underneath us here. We have got a car that is, I mean, it could just be because it's wet and that we're looking good in the wet, but we could be looking good in the race here.
Catching the car ahead, well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to
Yeah, we're definitely catching the car ahead. We're making real strides towards that. But again, I feel like these conditions are helping us. We're a second and a half clear of Tsunoda. And we're only 10 laps into this. We've just done 9 laps. But I think our fastest lap times, we'll have the front drivers just a little bit worried here. Although they're quite clear in the lead is Norris and Verstappen. But if we get a safety car, that could change things a little bit. But this is the first representation then of what at least our wet weather pace is. I don't know what our dry pace is going to be when we go into the full race itself, but this is strong pace. I'm trying not to hit Carlos Sainz, but look at that, we are really quick. In fact, we just done 36.8. That's 0.4 up on the previous fastest times by Verstappen and Norris. Tell you what, that's going to be good running if that's the sort of what we're working with here. It wasn't what we were working with at Silverstone, but it might be what we're working with here at Yas Marina. Getting on the throttle. Using overtakes to try and displace Sainz. Sainz actually, is he having a go at Perez? I think he is. He is having a go. Is he going to make something of that, though? No, he's not. Oh, Perez actually having a bit of a wobble himself, and Sainz a little bit unsure of where to go there. I think Sainz kind of second-guessed himself and got that a bit wrong. But now we're up into P6, putting some pressure on Sergio Perez in 5th. Now this, to me, this is good. This is what we want. This is what we need. We need this kind of momentum going into the Grand Prix. I am going to catch Sergio Perez off guard with this one, though. And we do. I tell you what, I'm favouring that overtake into the last corner here, and now we've got a bit more clear track. We've got 4 seconds to Piastri, so I think that's going to take a little while to catch, and we've got 6.5 to Charles Leclerc. So let's see how long it takes us to catch those, and is that too tall an order? I think we might be able to catch Piastri, but I don't think we'll be able to catch Leclerc. I think Leclerc maybe is just that bit too much of a too tall order there, but I do think Piastri could be vulnerable to us in the last couple of laps, which P4 would happily take 5 points. As long as we're taking points from the sprints, It doesn't matter. Just grab them points. First things first though, let's see what our pace is. See what we're working with. As we enter the closing few laps of the sprint. I'll tell you what, that wall was a little bit close then, wasn't it? Damn, we caught Piastri by a second and a half that lap. I tell you what, we've definitely got some confidence in these conditions. A lot more than they have, because they're not really pushing it, are they? They're just... they're just plodding along. And Perez and Sainz are now nearly 2 seconds adrift. And in fact, they're falling into the battle behind. We're actually closing on Piastri quite quickly. So maybe there is time to catch Leclerc. It's going to be a tall order, but I'm up for trying. Still got 6 and a bit laps to go left in this race.
So this rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future.
And our engineer just tells us, look, it's going to rain like this for a while. So we have this till the end of the sprint. But this is where the time is made up for us here. We just gained 6 tenths in that one sector. This whole sector, in fact, they're just not pushing at all. They just don't seem confident to push. And that's where we're gaining the time. 1:36.7, another fastest lap for us there. But they just don't have that confidence to push. I can't even say it's some of the longer corners, because we're very evenly matched through sector 1. And again, it's not really big braking spots either.
Still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
So our engineer is toying potentially with the idea of slicks. I don't think in a month of Sundays I would take slicks on here. I think we're quite good with what we're running, and I think it is going to be into till the end.
Okay, gap ahead, 1.7 seconds.
We are catching on Piastri, but not quite that quickly. And in fact, this lap, I'd argue that so far, Oscar has been quicker. But as soon as we get to this sector here, this is where it all changes. This is where it comes down. It's not even like we had a bad lap.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making...
But Piastri just a little bit more confident on that lap. As we have 5 to go in this sprint. I do think Leclerc might be safe for 3rd now. But Piastri's definitely not safe for 4th at this stage.
Tyre condition still looking good.
So apparently our tyre condition is looking good. Nothing to worry about there. Sorry about that, we had a knock on the door. I will try and focus through this sector. All over the back of young Piastri now. What can we do here? Getting ready to have a look. We might even still be able to do Leclerc, but it's going to have to be a case of we overtake Piastri this lap and then just charge. But we've spent the last few laps catching Oscar. Let's see how long it will take us to overtake. I'll tell you what, I fancy a little lunge. But we're not going to do it. Here we go then, onto the straight. Are we going to be able to take Oscar Piastri here? Overtake is being used. I think it's going to be a late lunge. Oh, and that was beautiful, that. That was beautiful. Up into P4. Nicely done. Now we can try and focus on Charles Leclerc in front. But it's going to be very difficult. His pace is very strong as Piastri gets ready to try and have a look around the outside. Nothing there. And there was very little that Oscar Piastri could do to stop us. And I tell you what, our pace might be good, but I don't think we've really caught up to Verstappen, Norris and co. by that much, so it's going to be quite interesting to see in the main race how it all works in the dry as we clobber the curb.
Okay,
3 laps to go in this sprint.
3.1 seconds.
If you're watching, please do say hi. I do not bite unless you want me to. And again, apologies for shouting door. My other half had the delivery, so she had to go and retrieve that. Right, down the straight we go. Just 3 laps left in this sprint race. Then we have the full Grand Prix itself, 58 laps. Hello, door, says Tash. Yep. Thanks for retrieving that. Okay, where are we? Lap 17. Are we going to be able to catch Leclerc? I tell you what, I feel like it's 2-1 order, but I'm definitely pushing harder now, as there is a chance of getting in the top 3. And I think if we can get into the top 3, again, that's 1 more point for us, but still, I would happily take a 4th place finish, as that is 5 points in the sprint, and that's 5 points that we wouldn't have had if I'd had a bad sprint. So I definitely take it, but I want to get after Leclerc. I want to see if I can apply some last minute pressure to the Ferrari driver. In answer to the question about the gap to Verstappen, it is coming down by about half a second a lap, so that is still coming down, but not by an awful lot. I'm pushing hard this lap because I want to try and have a go at Leclerc when we get to the last lap. It's definitely, he's just there. It's so tantalising because Leclerc is just there. And, he's ripe for taking. And if we push hard enough, we'll have a good chance. And this is where they struggle. This is where they really struggle. And look at that, 1.7 is the gap. I'll tell you what, it might be a cheeky last corner lunge. 1.4 seconds is the gap to Leclerc with one lap left to run here. Can we catch up with the Ferrari? I'm definitely going all out to try. Oh, I didn't quite get through there as well as I wanted to. Oh, and that's a wide line into the hairpin. But actually, that works in our favour. And Norris and Verstappen are battling. Verstappen has taken the lead on the last lap. It looked like it had been Norris, but Verstappen has taken it. Interesting. Oh, I don't think we're going to catch Leclerc, and I think I've actually lost time. I'm pushing too hard now. I mean, it was worth a go, but it looks like we're going to have to settle for fourth, which I'm not too disheartened about. I think P4 is as good as we were going to do. And there is still a full Grand Prix ahead, so although it's 3 points that Verstappen is taking, I'm not too unhappy about that. Right, here we go. Final corners. Max Verstappen wins. Well done, Max. And if we had just one more lap, we could have had Charles Leclerc. But it's P4.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
That's 5 points in the sprint. I'm happy with that. Particularly as that was a difficult sprint. That was a very difficult sprint.
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying.
So there's your
And of
results.
course, the main event.
Max Verstappen wins.
Formula One Grand Prix.
Lando Norris
We'll
is
see you
second.
next time.
Charles Leclerc third. We get fourth. Piastri fifth. Sainz sixth. And then it's Perez and Stroll 7th and 8th. Lance doing quite nicely in these sprints. This is what it does to the championship. We've lost a couple more points, but you know what? We're keeping ourselves in. We're just about keeping ourselves as people of interest in this championship. And it could still swing either way yet. With Lance doing really well in sprints, I'm surprised he only has 6 points to his name. But still, 5 points there, just keeping our hopes alive as we go into the final race before the halfway point of the championship. This is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Welcome to Abu Dhabi. We're just about to start today's race here at the Yas Marina circuit. It's a track known for its long back straight, which serves as a fantastic opportunity for overtaking, going into the slow speed corners that follow it. We have 16 corners here at Yas Marina circuit, 7 to the right and 9 to the left. It's a total lap distance of 3.28 miles. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Perez, Sainz, Stroll, Russell, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso, Hülkenberg, Joe, the owner driver, Sargent, Magnussen, Bottas, Gasly, Albon, Kobayashi, and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Right, what do we got?
Like last race, you're going to need to push for positions early on. Let's go for it.
Medium, hard. Right, so that's suggesting some quite high deg. The undercut is quite powerful round here. We're going to take a little less fuel than that, thank you. Right, let's just run with it. Let's go. Okay, 58 laps of Abu Dhabi, starting from 15th. And we're underway for the Grand Prix itself, and Hulkenberg just not getting away well at all. We're going to try and go around the outside of him, but he's then just jammed on the brakes very late. Oh, cheers, Hulkenberg! I mean, I was there. You know, you don't have to do that. Right, heading into the hairpin for the first time. I'm going to try and get alongside Hulkenberg, who's just decided to refuse to acknowledge the fact that I'm there. As we tuck back into his slipstream for the first time down this long straight. Oh, this is a long, long race. We cannot afford to do damage this early on. But I am going to go down the inside of Hulkenberg here and see if we can complete the move, which we do. I have no idea what happened there. We're just gonna gloss over that and pretend that didn't happen as we complete sector 2 for the first time. Long, long way to go here, and we're having a look. Oh, is there a look at Zhou Guan Yu on here? Yes, there is. Although we do kind of bat him a little bit wide. Is Zhou still there? Trying to be mindful of him. Nope, we've got the move done. Up into 14th, ending the first lap, and it's Lando Norris with the lead.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
So DRS is open to us, and this race is gonna be quicker than the sprint because it's dry. We've still got a long, long race ahead of us.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
And the sun is quite low in the sky. So I wonder, is that going to set or is that going to rise? Because I don't know. Holy shit! That was very nearly nasty, and Zhou Guan Yu, he's going to be grateful because he's going to have that place back. I had to take some very sudden avoiding action from Fernando Alonso there. That was very nearly a race over moment, and we do have a warning for track limits from the ever popular FIA. Best make sure I don't swear. That's the worst thing I can do. Not drive dangerously and endanger other drivers. Oh no, it's swearing that needs to be clamped down on. Absolutely ridiculous if you ask me. Verstappen sets the fastest lap of the race after having Norris set it. We're a full second off of that. But again, sector 3 is where we're gaining, so I can use that to my advantage. Lap 3 of 58. And look at the lead Norris has got. If anything, Verstappen's under bigger threat from Piastri there. So, go on, Oscar. Take some stress off of me, could you? That'd be so appreciated. I'm going to do the same bloody thing again. And again, getting a warning for track limits. Right, I have to make sure that I don't brake so early. We've now got 2 warnings for track limits, 1 more, and we get a 3-second time penalty as Zhou Guan Yu is having a look to the outside, not having any of that. But again, they back up so much there, and I really have to avoid them. In the last 2 laps I've done exactly the same thing. I need to stop. Which Ferrari is holding this all back? Because there is a Ferrari that's holding it all back, and I think it might be Sainz. So 29.6 that time. Lap 4 out of 58, long way to go yet, and we need to find a way past Fernando Alonso and this little well, I say a little train, it's basically comprised of most of the grid here, so they're all in this train, but I'm ready for you all this time. I'm ready, and I'm going to send it on Alonso. Alonso's not liking that one bit, and that's actually given me a little knock to my wing. That should be fine for now. But Alonso not willing to let that go early, so my race has just got that bit more difficult as we understeer. But Alonso not willing to give up early on. There's one thing I can do here though. Preserve the overtake in this sector. Need to make sure I don't go too wide there. I do not want a 3-second penalty. The one thing we do have though now is no DRS, so they have all cleared DRS threats, whereas I'm going to be under threat. And Alonso having a look at somebody there. But luckily I'm able to get myself back onto them. Oh, I was having a little look around the outside there. That was never going to work. But annoyingly, we're completely stuck in this train. And this has shades of 2010 written all over it, doesn't it? Where nobody can overtake because... well, you just can't really overtake round here. But I'm ready for Alonso here, and I'm just going to catch him off guard. And we're going to send it on him. No, Alonso having none of that. Alonso ready for me there. And I've gone wide. I've gone deep. Fernando saying, not on your life, bucko. And we need to reapproach this. But I tell you what, we are losing a lot of time in this fight. I don't know how we're supposed to navigate it. In fact, I'm going to try Fernando Alonso here and just see if that works for him. And he's still there. Fernando, can you go away, please? I'm trying to overtake you. Side by side with Alonso down the straight. Oh, right, well, we're now sending it on Sargent because I ended up braking late again as they get backed up, so that ended up becoming a send on Sargent too, and luckily we pulled off the overtake. Logan might have a little look, but not working for him. We gained 2 for the price of 1 there, and there is a Ferrari holding everything back. I believe it's Charles Leclerc. So Leclerc, he must have taken a hit or something, because oh my goodness me, is this slow round here.
Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be
I think Leclerc's got the most of the understeer as we go for a very late move on Yuki Tsunoda. Tsunoda having none of that. And Tsunoda just taking the place back, but he's now covering the inside line. This could get spicy. This could get very spicy as I now try and save some overtake for the straight. Whoa, okay, Logan. Didn't see you sending your car up the inside there. I mean, not that I particularly care, because you're not getting through there either way. Ricciardo's now having a go at Leclerc. Tsunoda's gone to cover. Oh, my goodness me, I've nearly done it again. Are we ahead of Tsunoda, though? Oh, I tell you what, that was a bit dirty. Forcing Yuki off the circuit. But we've got DRS. We've got overtake. I'm alongside Tsunoda. He's going to cover. Well, he actually went to cover the line in the end, so I can just go down the inside. And Tsunoda's just going to up and under me like it's nothing. And then I'm going to run off the road because I was carrying way too much speed for the corner. Yeah, that's what happened there. Oh, Leclerc has definitely got some form of damage. All of it emotional from driving for Ferrari, I'd imagine. And we complete another lap. His pace is just non-existent, so I wonder what's going on with him. It's me. Hi. Get this ball on off. It's me. I tell you what, I'm starting to feel the wear on these tyres quite quickly, and they're not even that warm. Right, I'm gonna try and get 2 for the price of 1 here. We got Leclerc, we got Tsunoda, down the inside we go. And we just about make the corner, and we make the overtake stick. Nice double overtake. 2 for the price of 1. Catch you later, alligator. And we're now going to try and get after Daniel Ricciardo, who's already made his way down the straight. Tsunoda's trying to get after us, but in fact Tsunoda's having a little go down the inside. That was brave round there. But no way through for Yuki. Right, now we're going to see what we're working with, apart from obviously front wing damage, which we do have, so that's going to be working against us. But let's see what kind of pace we're working with. Not particularly strong by the looks of it. But I am going to keep going until the first pit stop and then just see where we're at. But I think right now we are being a little bit slowed by the fact my front wing has taken a knock. Because we should be able to pull clear of Tsunoda, but we're just not doing that at the moment. And look at this, Tsunoda's just blasted past. Tsunoda blasting past into the points. We're out of the points. But we're going to have a go here, and this is costing us time on Ricciardo. As we now have a look at Tsunoda for 10th. I do not think this is working for us, and I think the front wing damage we have is hurting us more right now. So I don't know what we do here. Whether we try and carry on. I think we'll do this lap at least.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.7 seconds.
But we are literally 0.2 a lap off of Daniel Ricciardo's pace, so we're not lapping that strongly. In fact, Tsunoda is staying right with us here. Again, trying to cover Tsunoda. There's nothing we can do. Tsunoda through on the straights as Alonso and Leclerc are doing battle. I do wonder what we'll be like when we have a fresh wing on the car though. Like, will that help? Well, I couldn't get back past Sonoda here. And in fact, we're really struggling here. So, I don't know. Is it worth pitting and taking that new front wing? I think so. But that's then going to knock us very out of sync with the other strategies. So, I don't know. I think now we've kind of forced ourselves into trying it because there is damage on the wing. So let's just take it for now and see where we end up. Take on a set of soft tyres as well, while I refigure out my strategy. So we pitted in on lap 10 to change the front wing because our front wing is dented.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
But we should have some new mediums to use. We have new softs to use, so I'm thinking 22. Well, okay, that it's figuring it out for us now. 23, 27. Actually, we could... There is one thing we could try here. And this will either work for us or work completely against us, but there is one idea that springs to mind. And the one thing that's very obvious is that having fresh tyres around here is such a huge... It's a huge difference around here, so let's just keep an eye on those gaps and see what unfolds. I am considering moving to a free stopper. I'm just wondering how the best way is to manoeuvre around it. Let's have a look at the tyre wear after lap 1. Right, okay. Okay. I have a shrewd idea here. I'm not saying it's a particularly good one. I'm just saying I have a plan. It's amazing how much difference fresh tyres make round here. Like, this is one of those circuits where you can gain a huge undercut just from being on the right tyres. So the fastest time was a 29.0 as I recall. What are we about to do here? As we cross the line for the first time. Damn.
That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Damn, that's fast. Right, okay. Okay. This is something we can work with.
Sergeant. They've got an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
No, there isn't an issue with Sergeant's car. Sergeant is the issue with Sergeant's car. It's the fact that he's driving it. That's the issue. You're welcome.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 3.6 seconds.
I don't know where we're going to finish in this one yet, and I don't even know what kind of strategy we're going to run, whether I still try and make a 2-stop work or switch to the 3. But I'll tell you this much. I'm liking my chances. Oh, look at the traction difference here. After I was trying to go for Sargent, I'm trying to get past him. No way through there. I don't even know what I was doing. Last minute avoiding action, I think. Well, look how slow he is there. That's definitely a boo-boo on Sargent's car. Yeah, I'm just going to go for them both. I don't think they're going to be a threat to me down the straight. Although Ocon might be. I sincerely doubt it. As battle resumes ahead. Does have me wondering what's happened ahead. Right, where are we? We're on lap 14 of 58. We've still got a long way to go yet in this Grand Prix. But right now we have the best tyres. And we're super quick on them. Still got a long way to go yet though, and I'm still unsure of where our strategy is going to put us. So it's I don't know with it. I really don't know with this one. Like normally I can sort of half read the race and half read the direction it's heading, but this one I can't really tell. I can't really figure out where we're really going to end up. As they go 3 wide here. Well, that can't end well, can it? That's definitely not ended well for Kobayashi. So I'm just going to take a straight advantage of here. In fact, Albon's now going for... Whoa, okay. Whoa! Cheers, Albon! Oh, that's my front wing damaged again! For fuck's sake!
It takes too much damage.
Oh, it's like I'm on the road with a bunch of fucking idiots. Well, I need to pit again. Because once again, I've got front wing damage.
Okay, 2 stops.
Although this is going to make my strategy a bit easier. God's sake.
Okay, go.
Cannot believe this race is going so wrong.
We're happy with that one. You only have to stop once now. 1 stop left.
I literally begged for a safety car. I literally begged for a safety car because this has gone horribly wrong in every way possible. But I'm now back out on the circuit again on fresh tyres. What have I got to do to catch a break in this race? What have we got to do? I don't know what Albon was doing there. I was trying to... He was looking for the inside of Gasly. I was clearly going alongside him and he just swiped into me. That's twice I've taken damage in this race. Either Sargent or Albon will cause a safety car. Honestly, someone's going to, because, yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll be amazed if I don't end up lapped in this one.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 12.8 seconds.
Such is how wrong this has gone. And now Gasly and Albon are battling again. I do feel like with the way the AI are in this race, someone's going to cause a crash. There is going to be a crash. Oh, I do apologise for the language if any younger viewers are watching. Just sheer frustration at this point. I'd already pitted once for a damaged wing. That time was more of my fault, but the second time I was just trying to get alongside Albon, and then he just swipes towards me. No way of avoiding that. Gasly's in the pits. It's quite an early stop for him. I've already stopped twice before anybody's even pitted once. Gasly going straight to hards. Is he going to try and go to the end from here? That's an interesting move. I wonder if that will work. I suppose when you're down that end of the grid, you've got to try something. This isn't going my way today, so where are we? We're lap 18 of 58. Still a long way to go yet, but I'm in P20. Pitted twice due to wing damage, and I'm a long way off of anybody. But pit stops are starting to come into play now. And now it's just all about trying to salvage something from this mess of a Grand Prix, as we're starting to approach Logan Sargent once again. Here we go then. This is the position on Sargent. It is only 17th. Sargent goes to cover. We're just going to breeze alongside, brake late, and get that done. I mean, yay, it's an overtaking position, but it's 17th. And I think that just highlights how miserable our day has been. We've already got clear of Sargent's DRS, so that's a positive move. Kobayashi pits in.
Kamui is in the pits. Kamui in the pits now.
End of another lap. And Kobayashi in the pits. Hulkenberg is also, well, he's just come out of the pits.
Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
I see the lap counter on lap 20 and my heart just sinks. I honestly cannot wait for this one to be over. There's a lot of races I enjoy doing, but this is not one of them. When it's just all going this wrong, you're just looking at the lap counter and thinking, yeah, can it be over yet? We are, well, are we catching Bottas? I'm not sure. The gap is 6.5 seconds. Although that line won't help. Yeah, we're not even catching Bottas here. We're really off the pace.
The car ahead starting to create a gap. They're just starting to pull away from us now.
In fact, Bottas is pulling away from us. That's a depressing thought right there. That just shows the frustration there that I'm going to. Look at that. A second off of Bottas this lap. We've just not got the pace. We can't, even if... We just haven't got the pace. I'm not even sure what we can do from here. I need a safety car badly.
Gap ahead, 8.0 seconds.
Yeah, cheers for that. I know the gap ahead is 8 seconds. I know it's growing, but I don't know what more you want me to do about it.
Verstappen's just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
I didn't even see what lap that was. That's how depressing it is at the moment. Another second off Bottas this lap.
The car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap.
Where's the rain when we need it? That rain was helpful. Lap 23 of 58, guys. I've got Esteban Ocon coming at me for 16th. I've got both the Alpines coming at me and Kamui Kobayashi, because my pace just isn't there at all. We are now much slower than pretty much anybody around us. I'm really trying to find some pace here, and we're just not. We're coming up blank. Look how much Ocon has caught us. That's insane. Lap 24 of 58. Ah! This is genuinely one of my worst days of playing this game. Trying to see off Ocon, it did not work. Ocon is up in position.
Come on, you can win that place back.
No way through. In fact, going very wide there. I think one of the hardest things to do is to keep motivation when you're having a day like this. It does get to you because you know that you can do better, you know that you're faster, you know that you've had better races. But this is a literal nightmare. I'm gonna let Kobayashi go, I think. He's quicker than me at this stage. And just see what he can do. Maybe he can bring some points. At the moment, that's more than I can do. The worst bit is we're not even half distance. That's the biggest kicker here, is that we're not even half distance, and this is just... It's gone wrong in the worst ways possible. At least we're lapping around about the same pace as Gasly, but that's not really that much comfort. I lost complete focus there. I lost complete focus. Look, there's only one more thing I can try. There is only one more thing I can try. And that is an early pit stop for hards. And go to the end.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 3.2 seconds.
So we may as well, while we're at this low point, let's discuss our thoughts on the F175 show, shall we? I thought it, unlike a lot of fans who just thought it was over gimmicky and just didn't enjoy it, I really enjoyed it. First of all, Jack Whitehall, absolutely hilarious. I was honestly in stitches all the way through. And I actually really enjoy the show where he goes road tripping with his dad. I'm not sure what it's called. Somebody write it in the chat. But I enjoy watching that too as Alex Albon now gets past us. There's got to be further damage to this car because I don't think all is well at the moment. But yeah, that was good. And then we had obviously the launches. Let's start with my thoughts on the livery, shall we? Steak, first of all, I really like, or steak, kick-salve, or whatever you want to call them. I've lost track of names. I really like the green front with the black rear, and I like the fact that I've noticed a theme of teams going for a car that looks different at the front than it does at the rear. It's been a cool theme and I've liked seeing it, so there's that. I definitely liked the steak design. I thought that was cool. Really nice livery. The Williams, again, I really liked it. It wasn't that much different, but obviously you've got the new sponsor on the car and there's a few other subtle little differences, but again, really liked it. Then we had, who did we have after Williams? I think it was Haas. I can't remember now. I'm just going to say it was Haas for argument's sake. Again, little differences between this and last season's car. Subtle but noticeable, and nice little livery that. V-car, biggest surprise of the night. That white, it looks absolutely beautiful. It really does, but I'm going to place a wager with people now. That isn't their official livery moving forward. That is a testing livery, and the usual blue car will be back in time for Melbourne. Guarantee it. If I am wrong, then I apologise, but I can't see any reason why I wouldn't be. Alpine next, and I love the blue and pink. Absolutely gorgeous. Perhaps one of my favourite liveries of the night. Then we had Aston Martin and Alonso joking, best car of the night. Is that a little bit of confidence in the new car rider tech there? Or is he just being himself? I don't know, but Alonso, Aston Martin, not really making many changes. Mercedes as well, not making too many changes to the car, but subtle little differences. And it appears again that they've gone for like a missing side pod type system, which didn't really work for them in 2022. So I wonder why they're revisiting the zero pod concept. That someone's in the know there, I guess. Then Red Bull with the obligatory booing of Christian Horner and everybody crying British bias because Christian Horner got booed. But yeah, we had that. We also had the FIA getting booed hugely over their clampdown of swearing on team radio. And you know what? Gordon Ramsay said it best that night, and I'm glad someone spoke against it as vocally and outspokenly as Ramsey usually does. At the end of the day, right, Formula One drivers, they're in one of the most extreme sports in the world. You're hurling a car around a circuit at ridiculous speeds. The adrenaline is pumping all the way through the race. Do you really think that every thought they say is going to be nice when they get whacked up the back? Vettel also said it best in a press conference a couple of years ago. Just let them be human. Oh, but swearing is not child friendly. Well then don't let children watch the sport if you've got that much of an issue with it. Just saying. Just saying, you hear kids get exposed to worse languages attending football matches and you still let them attend. Ferrari's livery though, moving on, Ferrari's livery. Actually I didn't talk about the Red Bull livery. Why? No point, it's a copy and paste, like Red Bull always do. Standard, copy, paste, yeah, that looks good, thank you very much. On to the next one. And then you had, obviously, Ferrari. I quite like the bits of white, a lot of people don't. But it's what Leclerc said in the interview that it looks like fulfillment of his dream of winning the World Championship. I've made the prediction that this will be Leclerc's year, and you'll see that backed up when I do my 2025 prediction video. I reckon Leclerc's going to win the title, but I think it's going to be a close fight with the last team on the board, which is McLaren. I think McLaren, Red Bull and Mercedes all going to be in the front battle, and I think we'll maybe see someone surprise us and sneak their way in here. Do I think it'll be Aston Martin? No, I do not. I feel like Aston Martin might do a Haas and sacrifice the entire season so they can get an early start on the 2026 regs. But no, that's aside. I really did enjoy the launch show, and I wish they could do that every season. I feel like I'm in a bit of a minority for that opinion, but I really wish they could. Well, the one positive I'm taking at the moment is that we're not losing any more time to Albon. We're just sort of sat behind him. The other bonus I'm taking is that I'm still faster than Charles Leclerc. So at least there's someone who's having a worse day than me. It's an absolutely dreadful day at the office here. And in fact we have now dropped behind Albon's DRS, which is a shame because that's really carried us the last few laps.
Okay, let's try and overtake them now.
How am I supposed to overtake them? I have no DRS, I have no pace. What do you want from me here? What do you want from me? We do manage to sneak back into range of Albon there. Still a very depressing race, however you look at it. Oh, guys, I had 2 race wins in a row. How has it gone this bad?
Gap to your teammate ahead, 6.0 seconds.
I'm really glad we got the points in the sprint race now, because they're going to go on to be the only points we score. We're miles off the P10, and it's looking unlikely that we're going to bring points home from this one. Oh, late braking there. Yeah, we've lost Albon's DRS. Right, there is one final idea I have. Let's just get in on our final set of tyres and just see this race out. Oh! But, oh,
Are you alright?
that just sums it up, doesn't it? Missed the pit lane, hit the pit wall. Yeah, we're out. We're out of the race. Oh, fucking hell, that was bad. Look, here we go. Just trying to pit in. I've overcocked it. I tried to return to the track. I would have taken a penalty anyway, but yeah. It was a miserable race anyway, and I'm not actually that pissed that we're out of it. But yeah, that's our race entirely over. P19 anyway, so it weren't much to write home about. I was going to pit in and try and go to the end, but we just overcooked it. I was trying to return to the track last minute.
Lando Norris, take
Yeah. That sums it up, doesn't it? Terrible, miserable day.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be McLaren picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
I've got nothing more to say, really. That was an unqualified disaster of a race. But it was won by Lando Norris, with Max Verstappen getting second, Piastri gets third, Hamilton and Russell fourth and fifth. Sainz gets sixth, Stroll gets some good points in seventh, Alonso eighth, Tsunoda ninth, and Daniel Ricciardo completes the top 10. We're out of the race as I hit the pit wall. I was trying to get back on the circuit as I knew I'd overcooked it, but misjudged it. and was in the wall. And I'll be honest, there's been times I've crashed and I would care more than that. I honestly, yeah, I do not care one bit that we're out of that one. That was a miserable day throughout. The pace really wasn't there. We took damage at the beginning, then we took damage again, and I think there must have been more damage on the car from the two incidents than originally thought, because yeah, we just didn't have any pace. We were just nowhere all throughout that race. But I do hope you enjoyed anyway what I provided. I'm too awkward to work this one. I do hope you enjoyed this upload anyway. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content from me. One to forget here in Abu Dhabi. But let's have a look anyway at how the championship is affected. We're now 63 points off the race lead. Off the championship lead, sorry. But Norris is 10 points off. So it is hotting up at the front of the championship. We're just not in the battle. It's between Verstappen and Norris. We're currently sat in third. Piastri's closed up on us on fourth. Leclerc, miserable day for him as well in fifth. Sainz sixth. Perez, Hamilton, Russell and Alonso round out the top 10. And we hold on to fourth in the constructors. But yeah, miserable day. Miserable day. What race will we have next? It's going to be China. Okay, it's going to be China next. I like our chances. It's quite a decent circuit for us, so
how we've missed you from the calendar. It's great to be back here.
Hopefully we have a better day there. Until the next time, though, I've been Joe. Thank you for watching. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going for some comfort food.